What's up, everybody? Psych Out back here again with yet another Castle Crush video. In this video, we are once again playing 6 Max. This time we are using our second account here, the Psych Experiment account. This is again the Max 6 Crystals game. But this time I'm using a different deck, which I think is kind of neat. And the thing that this deck emphasizes is that Angel is really strong in these 6 Max Crystal games because there's not a lot that can kill her. Really, Shock is the best card out there that can kill her. There's a few other ways you can try to kill her. You can try to drop a genie in and get her that way. It's just, you can use the Inferno, of course, but now with the nerf to Inferno, by moving it to the ridiculous nerf to Inferno, by the way, making it cost 6 mana instead of 5, what we see is very few people can really play Inferno in these 6 max games, and because the arrows no longer reach the Angel from the previous buff that it received, the Angel is actually quite difficult to deal with in these games, and so we have a lot of cards that benefit from the Angel, including the Hollow Knight, the Spike Statue, and of course the Vampire. So we'll start out by showing some replays first, just to give you some ideas. And it took me a little bit to get a feel for this deck. But here's a game against a Reaper deck, which again are very popular. In my previous video, I showed a sort of anti-Reaper deck that's pretty strong in these 6 max games. This one's not really anti-Reaper. It has some of the same ideas. Having 2 wind is pretty effective against Reaper. End up burning my wind here. So it seems like some kind of a rush deck. Probably should have played that at my own castle instead of where I played it there. But I'm just sort of learning how this deck works. Okay, so pretty standard, I think, to play this here. Now here you can do lots of tricks with the Vampire when you play it back at your castle. Here I could have even played the Vampire farther up and tried to get the Dryad up there at the top as well. But in this case, I decided no, I just want to make sure my my Angel's out there. And so I've also played a Spike Statue in front. I've once again played another. Yeah. Okay, so here pretty clearly we just need to switch lanes. Played another Protection in the Angel. The Angel with Protection is really quite strong. And there's just not a lot my opponent can do here. I'll just push everything back there, and yeah, there's just really nothing. My opponent's just pinned to the wall with nothing that he or she can do. So that's kind of how this. It's kind of the basic idea in this deck. Here's a game against a notorious overtime player who likes to taunt opponents when he wins, but when he loses, he sits there and doesn't say anything. So not really a big fan, but I have to give him credit for actually trying to play overtime, because I think it's the only thing he knows how to play. I don't think he can actually play anything else, but I give him credit for playing overtime in a 6 max game where it's not very easy. So here we're going to go ahead and get a protection down on the Angel, and that's kind of the idea behind this deck, is you want to get a protected Angel out there. Okay, so he's going to use the bomb to get rid of protection, probably a pretty good move, but I've got another protection ready. I have to use an Inferno, and you'll see this is pretty typical of overtime decks, is that they have lots of defense early. There's not really a lot you can do here. Here I just switch lanes because there's no reason to sit there and deal with that. Now here, this might seem odd. I switch right into the Spike Statue, but my plan was to play the Vampire, which I did get to play, but unfortunately no Angel anymore. Putting a Spike Statue in front of my Vampire is really not going to do great things. I mean, sure, and now I've got the Angel out behind it. Okay, so Inferno, that's not pretty natural move there, makes sense. Everything's okay so far. Not really doing a lot of damage. He's gotten to play tons of fortifies, and I think this is pretty typical for against an overtime game. So here I just decided to go ahead and push back. Fortunately for me, he missed with an arrow when I did that. And the plan here is to get the Hollow Knight back with my own vampire, but he plays a vampire, so that's not going to work. So I just go ahead and push everything back and start playing in a separate lane. And this is, I think is pretty typical. So here I say I want to go get that Hollow Knight, and my plan is to put everybody together with the standard bearer. So we're just gonna have to bring the standard bearer down here. It worked out well to knock that back, dropping an angel in, and then I've got 2 protections ready. Bam, there's protection number 1. And then we're gonna get protection number 2 here in a second. I said to play another angel to create a second threat. And now I've got everything protected, and this is kind of a mistake. The bomb did not hit my angel, which means the angel didn't die, which means nothing ended up dying in that lane, so he pushed everything back just to reduce the damage. Another mistake, arrows there didn't really, I pushed back because I thought he might try to drop a bomb, but was not able to kill the egg, and I'm not sure if that was the game plan there, to play the Black Witch in that lane. It doesn't really make any sense. It made a lot more sense to play in the bottom lane, but that's what happened there. I dodged a bomb and decided I want to kill that Black Witch to get another angel back, which I did. And now I've got double angels. One of them has protection in that lane, and yeah, it's going to be pretty tough to break through. So there is some damage is being done. Able to get more health back with the stupid fortify, but at this point it's just there's just nothing that can happen. Those arrows do nothing. They don't do enough damage to my Hollow Knights, and then the angel just heals them back up. So anyway, that's how we beat the overtime taunter. And in this game, we're playing against a resurrection deck. I think this deck has too many high mana cards to really be that effective. But we'll give you more ideas on how this deck can work. I actually honestly think a deck like this can work in regular games. In some ways, it's similar to Sir Robin's deck, which is quite interesting. So here, my plan is to let that die, and let the egg die, and then switch lanes, so that nothing actually dies, and drop a protection down. And so now my opponent is in really big trouble, because I've got and now I've got a spike statue up there as well. And now I just have to play a little defense. I don't have to play a ton, because we're going to be doing a lot of damage up there, and there's not a lot my opponent can do about it. So here I think I actually switched lanes just to kill some things, just so I'm really playing defense. It worked out well because my opponent played whatever the heck she is, Skull Queen there, and I'm ready to go with another protection. That spike statue really just kind of slows things down. It doesn't really do much. I decided to play the vampire there and another angel just to create another threat. Again, that demon isn't doing enough, because it's just I've got the protection on the angel, and at that point it's too late. So again, as I said, this deck really takes advantage of the angel. And here's the last match against a pretty tough player, Bennett. And then I'll play a couple of live matches after this. And so I had played Bennett before, so I knew he was playing sort of a rush deck. So the Angel's a pretty natural card to play initially, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the Hollow Knight with it. I'm holding on to my Jester because I only have one in the deck, and I know he's playing a Rush deck or a Reaper deck. If I'd remembered that it was Rush, I probably would have waited to play the protection, but I want to get that Angel protected, and now we've got the Spike Statue slowing things down. That's just good. Man, and that, unfortunately, that cards are really strong. Kind of knocked everything back. So I pushed everything back just so I could save my angel. And I keep forgetting that I'm on my second account here, and my egg is not that strong, or my chicken is not that strong. And so here we can do some more cool maneuvering. I'm going to go with the, yep. Okay, I wanted that egg to die, and then I wanted to switch lanes. There we go. Perfect. And now I've got everything stacked in this lane, an angel with protection on it, a big chicken coming, and there is almost nothing my opponent can do about it. This is just going to be way too much. I can play a little defense with the Jester by knocking that back. I can even put an angel behind it just so that it doesn't die. Here I decided just to go ahead and switch everything also to the bottom lane, just to make sure I'm not taking too much damage. But in the meantime, we had built such a powerful stack. So this is kind of neat. You can put the angel and the vampire and things in one lane. It doesn't look like you have a combination going, but then when you use the standard bearer, the combination reveals itself, and it's pretty dangerous. So, so there's the deck again. So let's go ahead and play a few more, maybe 2 or 3 more live games, and see if we can keep it going. So again, the key combination here is the angel with the protection, and then you can use the standard bearer to jump things around as usual. Okay, we've got an angel. Fortunately, that is not in my way. And okay, so let's see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go here and let that angel die. I'm just not going to worry about that for right now. And then I'm going to go here. Okay, that was not expected. So I guess I'll drop another statue down. This isn't really great because I don't really have a good answer for those things. For those, man, it's going to be tough here, I can tell you. I don't have a great answer for the pirate. Especially a pirate. Jeez, I'm really committed to this thing. Wow, and it's a Reaper deck on top of it. Wow. Wow. Did not expect this necessarily. Come on. If I can get this protection down, I might have a chance. Okay, here we go. We're not in terrible shape. If I can get an angel out there, I'm really going to be all right. Come on, angel. Yes, okay. This is actually not bad. I can heal these things up. And, yeah, I think my opponent is not going to like this. Okay, up there. Okay, this is not really great yet. Push everything back. Okay, doing okay so far. Okay. All right, actually, we might win this game. This is kind of crazy. Put an angel here. We're going to put an angel here. We're going to throw down a protection. And I think my opponent is dead. Yep. Wow. Okay. So the triple angel attack there, that was pretty cool. So that's kind of how the deck works. Wow, that was against this sort of rushing Reaper deck with a double wind in it. Interesting. But we got a win with this angel deck. So again, the point here is that this angel is super overpowered now that it's hard for people to have Inferno in 6 max games. And I think we're seeing this a bit in regular games too. People have taken Inferno out of a lot of the regular decks too. I mean, it's still a good card, but I mean, it's just not what it used to be. Okay, let's see. How do we want to deal with this? I think I'm gonna have to go here, unfortunately. I didn't really want to, but I don't feel like I have a choice. Opponent's playing a Reaper deck, it seems. I think he's waiting on me to do this, unfortunately. Oh no, that was really not a good move by my opponent, and I think he knows it. And now my opponent's going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay, I'm not sure what the point of that was either, I have to admit. Did not understand that really very much. Okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense either. Also doesn't make a lot of sense, but I will go ahead and protect my angel up there. And, well, I think it's all over for my opponent because there's just no way they're going to stop this attack. So, yep. And that's all she wrote. And you can try, but at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. Okay, so this deck is pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. How many was that? Was that just two? That was just two, I think. Yeah. So let's try for one more. Okay, again here we've got the Jester, which I think I kind of want to hold on to because it's such a good defensive card when our opponents play the kinds of things we're used to seeing them play. Okay, so I have not played against one of these decks yet, so I'm going to go ahead and go here. I don't think this deck is going to cause me a lot of problems, these Unchained Demon decks, because I do have 2 wins in my deck. And I think I can just sort of attack it like crazy. Okay, so that kind of makes sense to do that. But unless they've got another Inferno, even if they do, I don't think they're going to be able to beat me. Yeah, so that ended up being a really easy win. But that's a pretty standard play against an Unchained Demon deck. I did have 2 Infernos, but yeah, no real way to stop that angel combination there. Okay, since that one was fast, we'll try for one more, and then we'll end the video there. If we get a connection. Did not connect. All right. Well, maybe we should already end the video if we can't find an opponent. Strange. Maybe nobody's playing tonight. Well, this is odd. It usually never takes this long to find somebody. Let's try again. Even 7 seconds for an estimated time is pretty long. Okay, Yasiel, okay. This is an opponent we've played before. I feel like Yasiel plays Unchained Demon a lot, but I don't really remember. It could be Reaper player, actually. I don't remember. Okay, we'll start with this little combination, which is usually pretty decent. And we're going to protect it. And we're going to play a Spike Statue. And our opponent plays a Spike Statue. Okay. That is not a big deal, I don't think. Okay. Opponent's going to go there. I still don't think this is a big deal. Yeah, we have another Spike Statue, so it really is not going to be a big deal. Yep. Okay, we can switch these around so that I can go kill that stuff. Yep. Yep. Come on. And we'll put an angel down here. Yep. And that's going to be it. Yasuo with really no chance in this game. I mean, it looked like he had chances because he did a lot of damage to my castle, but really we were pretty much in control the whole way. So yeah, it was a Reaper player. So anyway, yeah, that gives you some of the ideas in this deck. In the 6 max games, Angel is very dangerous. So let's go look and see how many of my opponents played Inferno. This one had 2 Infernos, but it's so hard to get them out because it's 6 mana. No Infernos there, no Infernos there, no Infernos. Okay, no Inferno, but it did have Meteor. And then 2 Infernos, but that's an overtime deck. That's to be expected. So really, it's a really difficult combination to stop the Angel with protection in these 6 max games. So hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.